Hello and welcome to my channel. Very different angle for you guys today. Hello. This is my cross stitch position. I have a little bit of a funky setup. Excuse this if it's waving around a bit as it settles in. I've been moving the camera and it's on a kind of long arm, so it bounces a bit. So be patient with that. Please grab your cuppa. Grab your work, whatever it is. I am currently cross-stitching. I am determined to get this train from the Stitch Your Own Adventure finished today. This is my aim, and it's going very slowly. I'm having to frog so much because I keep making itty-bitty mistakes, and it's like, oh, god damn. Anyway, I'm kind of cheating and snipping bits where I've gone wrong rather than actually frogging back sections properly, just because. Oops, I've gone into another thingamajiggy. Anyway, we'll see how we go, but this is the current position and that is what I've got done. So I've got my owl and I've got my train. If you have been paying any attention on the cunning cross stitch, you will notice that the train is not in the correct position. No, I have reversed it and I have put the train before the castle. The castle is going to be going over to the right. I won't be doing Stuart's original castle. I will be doing one of the other girls. I think her name might be Heather. One of her designs, and it will hopefully pop as a result. I've got my sheet here next to me that I'm working off of. I won't show you that, although it is a free pattern, but I'll keep the pattern off to the side, so I'm just using it as a bit of a reference, and I hope I'm correct. Yes, I think I am. Yeah, okay. I wish to goodness this was available on Pattern Keeper, but unfortunately Pattern Keeper is fairly picky with the programs it uses, and I don't think Stuart had done the program up on something that Pattern Keeper could read. So I'm not even blanking out the colors that I'm doing. I'm literally just working in a section, and hence me having to frog so often because I'm going 2 spaces or 1 space in the wrong direction or whatever, and I'm also working in a mirror. So yeah, making life difficult for myself, but I'm hoping it's going to work really, really well. Now, part of this Stitch Your Own Adventure is that, excuse me while I just send a very quick message. Part of the Stitch Your Own Adventure really is the fact that it can be modified as much or as little as you would like. The design has been given to us, I suppose, in concept, and he has been really, really gracious in saying we can adapt it and then we can share it to the group. I'm part of other groups and they kind of go, if you go off book, you don't publish your changes, which kind of I suppose limits your sharing and limits what you can do and limits the fun that you're having when you do a kind of stitch along. But I kind of understand it to a point. But I am loving that Stuart does not seem to be threatened in any way, and the changes that people make are some of them are absolutely amazing, absolutely stunning. So we've got the castle, you know, that's been rejigged in chapter 1. We've got the current chapter, which is classes, and people are just completely rejigging that, in that they have mixed classes, They've put in things that aren't in there. Somebody's come up with a niffler. Don't know if you are familiar with the Harry Potter animals. I think it's true. The niffler is kind of like a platypus, and they've done the niffler in a finish that's meant it's feathery. So it's almost like they've got, it's a particular stitch that you do in cross stitch, but it's basically like double the length, and then you cut all the loops off, so it ends up like this furry creature. It looks brilliant, and they've gone and added that in, and there's a heap of other wacky creative things that people have done, and I absolutely love the creativity that is coming about due to the freedom that we've been given. Yeah, it's just really, really cool. I've got to count. I can't talk and count. No, that is 2. Okay. I can see why. This is a 16 count Ada that I got from Misty of Mystic Fabrics, and it's a little bit smaller, of course, than the 14 count, but not quite small enough that I could be doing a tent stitch and therefore flying along a whole lot quicker. I've never done a tent stitch before either, so that would be very, very new for me. But it looks, I mean, you're only doing the half of the cross stitch, so I think it would flow quite quickly. But yeah, maybe sometime in the future. I have the Heaven and Earth design that I purchased the pattern of, that I was going to convert into a diamond painting. It's called A Moment in Time, and it's basically a kid wearing a pair of dungarees with blonde hair, and it reminded me of Sophie, so I was going to do it as a diamond painting. Well, I could also try it as the mini Heaven and Earth design. I haven't quite decided whether or not I will do that as a kind of comparison, but anyway, there you go. That's that little bit of brainstorming. My husband has been printing on our new 3D printer. We got a Prusa Mini for all of you who have husbands who are into 3D printers. I think I mentioned it before, but we're absolutely loving it. This thing seems to print straight off the bed. He's printing me a new light bridge in copper, so it's going to look absolutely awesome, and I will show that when it's done as well. So yes, I do. I love having my geek here. What? Okay, there's a bit of an error in there, and that it didn't go down. What did I do? I clearly got overly ambitious. I don't know if this is going to rip or not. No. Alright, I'm going to leave it. Maybe. We'll see how we go. What are we up to? Now, the red triangle. I didn't put this in, so I need to get this color. I actually did a cheat sheet. I'll show you it in a second. 3857. I did a little cheat sheet with a card with the codes that I need for the train. And this is my train bag. So, the idea being that all my colors for the train are in here, and I don't need to go hunting. So what did I say it was? 3857. I also started my cross stitch on cards. Put my flosses, sorry, I should say, on cards, and have since found I hate cards. I also hate bobbins, so I've put everything off the bobbins and off the cards into the bags, because what it means is I can do this. I can grab my color and I can take it out. Sorry if I'm going a little bit too fast, but literally this is pulling out the strand, and that's how easy it should be with DMC. Some other flosses will stick and you don't get that gorgeous run. I have done it with 2 at a time. It's also come tangled, so be careful when you do strip to get your thread. And then what I do, because I don't know if they're the whole floss, some of the bags have whole flosses, but some of them don't. They've just been kind of trimmed arm length. And what I do is then double it up. So I've got the loop, so I can do a loop start. You probably can't see because the clarity isn't quite there with the camera. I apologise. I'm on my first day off of 2 weeks, and yeah, I haven't really gone very far from the couch today, to be honest. Homeschooling is still happening. Oh my god, that is an adventure. Between the kid that doesn't seem to want to listen to an instruction and then follow an instruction, not just my instructions, the teacher's instructions, and the instructions being slightly vague from the teachers. It's like, oh man. So she's escaped for a bit to go and get next week's pack. Not that next week, this week. Oh my god, it's already Monday. See, I'm so thrown by having worked yesterday and Saturday that yeah, I don't even know what day it is. I apologise. No, I need to go in the back and I need to catch my loop. So yeah, I'm all a bit out of sorts. I went searching, actually. What is doing? Huh. That'll do. I went searching yesterday online for chocolate because one of the stores here in Australia is supposed to be the only seller of this chocolate and they don't have it in stock, and I don't know that I want to pay an extra $10 to ship it. I kind of thought, well, maybe it's just a supply issue while things are going slow. Maybe it's not made in my local Cadbury factory. But gee, it's a good chocolate. It's called a Big Taste, and it's basically layers of chocolate, then biscuit, then marshmallow kind of sauce, and then more chocolate. And it's delicious. There is another one with caramel and peanuts that I didn't try. I'm not a huge peanut fan when it comes to chocolate. I do like it, but I don't it's not my go-to. My ex used to go for Snickers and I used to go for Mars. It's that kind of, you know, disparity. But then what I would do with the Mars is stick it in the fridge and then eat the layers. Yeah. We all have our little quirks, don't we? Alright, so what is happening? I know I got a bit slack with videos last week. There wasn't as many uploads. I apologize. Content has been not an issue as such, but content has been low because I haven't done the recordings. I also haven't been getting much mail, so I didn't want to just flood my channel with Diamond Art Club unboxings and then have absolutely nothing. So I'm kind of easing it through a little bit. I got up to speed with my worthy start to the week videos. They have now run out and I need to get editing, so I'll be doing a whole bunch of that this week. But yeah, at the moment I just want to get this train finished. That's my real goal. The stitch along that I'm doing released pattern 2. I've already finished pattern 1. And when I get to editing, if I can, I will insert a picture of pattern 1 completion. And yeah, it's a pretty quick stitch, to be honest. So I'm not overly worried that it came out on Saturday and it's not done yet on Monday. But yeah, it's fun. It's a little bit it's got blends. Does blends with hers. It's got long diagonals to give better curves. So yeah, all of that's a bit interesting. And then there's the challenges. I think that this week's challenge is Photoshop. Now, I'm not used to doing Photoshop, so I don't know if I'll take part in that challenge. But I did order the t-shirt. The t-shirt's really cool. It's a COVID bacteria thingamajiggy, virus thingy, that one. And it's got a needle sticking through it for the stitch alone. And I've ordered a t-shirt, and I'm looking forward to that arriving whenever it gets here. So that'd be pretty cool. It's nice to kind of feel included and part of the group by kind of having some of these limited edition things, because, you know, there's only, I don't know, 7,000 or 8,000 of us doing it in the world, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of us from Australia doing it, but it's really cool. And if you're into house, you definitely want to get in on this. Some people are doing the recommended palette. Some people are doing alternative palettes. Ow. Needle in finger. Oh, ow. And some people are actually going way off and doing like Andy Warhol-ish and really, really graphic colours. It's really cool. Was quite concerned how well they might look, but some of them are looking really, really awesome. Looks like somebody's kind of zinked House's face with sunscreen, you know, the coloured zincs. Yeah, the effect is going to be quite amazing when it's all done. It'd be really cool to see how some of the pictures come out. What else is happening? I've got up to speed with week 20 of my Peppermint Purple stitch along. That's back to the regular blocks now, and that is like done in an evening, so it comes out on a Wednesday evening for me. I think around 6 or 7 in the evening, so it actually allows me the evening to puddle away at it on the couch if everything else is kind of up to speed. So that's really cool. And then what else? I also want to get cracking on my Who You Say I Am Diamond Art Club, because that's part of the Monday series. I also want to get it finished, so that frees up my storage container for a start. It frees up me to do something else. I have no idea what I'm doing after that. And I need to kind of think where I'm going with the channel once these couple of series stops. Well, Frivolous Fridays might not stop because, you know, hey, lockdowns and COVID thing might keep us continuing with, you know, how many stupid facts can I come up with, you know, over the thing. They're only dot to dots, so maybe I can just do it until I run out of dot to dots. I don't know. Either way, they're only meant to be a small kind of fill, light-hearted, and, you know, you can watch me do the dot to dots. I haven't been promoting those on the diamond painting channels because it's not really diamond painting related. So it could be that I get back to doing diamond painting with it. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I suppose, what's happening on the screen, although in the last 2 weeks it has dictated what facts I've looked up. So the first time I looked up clowns because I was drawing a clown, and the next night I did geckos because I was doing geckos. Or sorry, I researched lizards and learned about lizards. And Lynette, who many of you will know around YouTube, Lynn Carr in the lives, she is a gecko mom, and I think she's got 6 or 7 of the dudes now, and they're so gorgeous. She's got a new one that she calls Fingerling, and it's just all kinds of cool. Oh, must have gone for a short strand. Okay, what I've done with this one is I haven't pulled a whole strand, so I've gone for a short, so I'm going to do that again if I can. I feel like a smoker. I've got my needle hanging in my mouth. Hopefully I don't lose it. I haven't lost it yet, but I don't have a needle minder on my work. I did have one and the magnets weren't good enough, and I think that one of the magnets went flying. I do need to get one of my many needle minders, cover minders, off the desk and keep it here so I can pop it down. But I worry when I go to move my piece that the needle will drop off. So especially if I'm either chasing Sophie or she is left with my work. Even these up. Now, are you Facebook people? Have you seen the latest on Facebook with the Facebook avatars? Have you got your avatar? I saw one and I ignored it, and then I saw another one and I chose not to ignore that and went and created an avatar. But yeah, gee, they're really they're all over the place again now. It's like a viral thing with everyone making avatars. And I remember Weemies, what have I done wrong? See, I've done something wrong. There's the black and I've gone one over, but that's only got 4. I need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I think I've come over too far. Oh, that's really pooey. So where have I gone wrong? I tell you what, counter cross stitch is for the birds sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 5. That's... Oh, is that what I've done? Oops. Right. Well, you're going to get to see me frog instead. Because I've gone a row too far in the blue. What does that mean? No, I haven't gone too far in the blue. There is a 5th row. And there's the 3. This is why I shouldn't cross stitch when I'm on video, because you're just going to hear me thinking out loud. I've gone wrong somewhere and I don't know if this seems to be right, and that's the 3, but that should be back 2, so this bit's wrong. Okay, and that's the black, and that's what I've literally just put in a few minutes ago. But I've gone on, I don't know where I finished. I thought I finished it back this way. Alright, so does that mean that this bit should be, no, there should be 1 between. Oh, I've got 2 between. Ah, right. Right, I see where my problem is. Okay, so what I've actually done is I stuck these stitches in when the actual fabric was too empty, and it's gone into the wrong place. So yeah. Joys. Well, let's see if I can do this as delicately as possible. I did actually get a frogging needle, but I find that if I've got to take the thread out of the needle, I might as well just use the thread that I've got, or the needle that is in my hand. The frogging pin is no bigger, it's just got a cute frog at the back end. Now, right, okay. The problem is getting the order in which you put the stitches in. So, yeah. I think I went up and down in rows here. Now, can I finish? No, the black is also in the wrong place. I think I need to go back to basics. I got home from work yesterday afternoon and it was a gorgeous afternoon. I actually sat out on our deck and had a cup of tea, and the kids were going up and down the deck making no end of noise, but anyway, they were having fun. And yeah, just sat out in this gorgeous weather that's not too hot, not too cold, and yeah, it was just beautiful. We don't have that kind of weather for very long, and the sun in Tassie normally burns me, so we've got shade sail up. It will burn Sophie because she's also blonde. She's white blonde, not to really compare her, but she's not albino, but she is very, very pale, both skin and hair. So we can't take any risks with her fair skin in this Tassie sun. Oh, one thing I'm kind of missing. We started getting reports that the ozone layer had been repairing, and haven't heard anything lately about that. And haven't heard anything really about pollution levels and things like that. So it would be really interesting to know where the world is kind of going, if it's improving or going backwards, or what it's kind of doing. Now, where are you? Need to find out exactly where this thread's coming out so I can pull it to the back. And there's still a sneaky one at the front. There it is. Nearly. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so back to my previous color. Fix that blip, and then I can keep going. I apologize for that mishap. And then me having to concentrate and not being able to talk quite as well as I should have been able to. Alright, what are we up to? What are we up to? I have noticed that more people are getting the memberships on YouTube, and that's kind of exciting. I would love to be able to get there. I need to first get my monetization level, and I'm not sure if the paid membership is something that will eliminate ads, but yeah, it is something that I would eventually like to go for, because having the support of the YouTube income to pay for kits and all that kind of thing would be quite helpful. Especially when I'm having to pay extra from overseas and all of that kind of thing. Any little will help, even if it was just to enable free shipping. I don't know what kind of income I can expect. I can't find that information out. If you have monetization on your channel, do you want to share with me how much you get? Privately, I'm not necessarily saying, you know, do it publicly or anything. Okay. Back to the pipe stack, smokestack. Alright. Okay, so find the middle one. There we go. And poke it through, and then you find the loop and you pop it on. I do love that loop start. I think I first saw it with Rachel and thought, what is this magic? It was really, really cool. And you've got no tail as a result. The other thing that I found was really magic is the pin start. And you basically going up and down in the same spot. And you can also, I think, do a pin finish, although I haven't done that in my back. Looks like spaghetti because I haven't trimmed any of my tails yet. Now, I'm going to have to count this one. So on the last one, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then this goes back 4. Tell you what, I'm glad I've got good space reasoning to be able to work this backwards without having to reprint it. It kind of astounds me sometimes that people don't see quite the same way I see. I'm kind of going, can't you see this? Because it's just like second nature to me. And then it's like, no. And then, like my stepdaughter, she does not see in this way, or doesn't understand when I try and explain something to her, and it's like, it's like talking a foreign language to the kid. Whereas my husband actually sees like that too. And my kids have seen like that too. My kids are very artistic. Not to say that the steps aren't. The steps are artistic, but they don't have the, I'll call it the engineering brain, because that's kind of what I put it down to. My dad's a mechanical engineer, my brother's a chemical engineer, my brother is a woodwork artist, my sister is a dress designer, and my other sister was an occupational therapist. So we're all dealing with that kind of space orientation, 3D making structures and all that kind of stuff. So we all have this ability, and it's just like normal for us. But yeah, realizing that not everyone does the same thing has certainly been interesting. Yeah, I couldn't be a teacher to a class of kids that all learn different ways, I don't think. And I'd love to know how the kid goes in school when she's given an instruction and she doesn't follow it. Does the teacher, you know, bang their head against a wall? Does she just do what she's told, or does she, you know, do whatever she wants? I think she does whatever she wants from what she tells us about class. It's kind of like, oh, the teacher told us to do this, but I did this instead. I'm kind of thinking, oh my god, follow the damn instructions. No, she doesn't. I think she's allergic to them or something. Oh, don't drop my needle. Star H33. I haven't kept these in order of number, so when it does come time to look for the next one, I am ruffling through the bag to find the right pair. I'll probably get away with one strand. It's literally 5 crosses. And yes, I lick my thread. I don't know of any other way to get it in these eyes. The eyes aren't big enough. So, yeah, that's my solution. Alright, now where am I going? I'm going forward. Right. Alright, so holidays, yes. I have no plans. I have 0 plans. Hubby's not home, I'll tell you guys. I went to the farmer's market, which reopened yesterday, and I bought what's called a Lady Hester, is the company, business, donut. They are a sourdough donut with lemon curd. I love lemon curd. And I ate it when I got back to the office with a coffee. And I also bought another donut from our other daily, almost, donut shop with chocolate mousse. Oh my god. The Lady Hester donut, being the sourdough donut, was divine. Oh my god. It was so, so good. And the chocolate mousse was amazing. So I have 2 weeks in order to have no donuts and be good. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not planning on specifically losing weight while I'm home, but I'm hopefully planning on not gorging on sweet treats like I might have done otherwise. Why does that look wrong? Oh, Lord above. No, I've gone and made a mistake again. Ugh. This is a froggy afternoon, isn't it? Oh, man, I haven't gone up a row. Oh, I'll tell you what, these 2 colours are almost identical. Well, joy of joys. And now I can't get the... There it is. Yeah, there's me almost bragging about my 3D space reasoning, and I've gone and made a complete codswallop of this. Oh dear. And this is all because I went wrong way back with one of the darker colors. Grief. Alright, I'll be able to keep that for later. And this I'm just going to have to tear back a bit more. Oh gosh. Now, where was my final stitch with this one? Was it you? Was it you? No. I'm not getting any give. Ugh, traitors. So where I've gone wrong, I've gone and relied on that dark bit being correct, and it's not. And I need to fix that completely. Ah! It's like putting down 600 drills of the wrong color and then putting 200 down of the wrong color in the right place, or the right color in the wrong place. It's like, ah! Lord. Or knocking your drills over and then you've got to sort your drills out. It's just the pits. Oh, go. And that's not right because it's the wrong color in the wrong row. If only it was easy to move the stitches up a row. Oh dear. See, you are in the right spot. I do. There's the top of that bit. Okay, we'll get it out anyway. And let's rip this bit back so it's not this loose fluffy bit, because they're not good stitches now. Alright, and there it is. Where are you? There. I could use tweezers. I have heard somebody say that they pick out with tweezers their work. And I would, I suppose, if I needed to, or thought I needed to. Or just having the length to get in. One thing I don't have in my arsenal is a tiny crochet hook. I don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to break these Ada threads, but what I might do is trim that completely flush. Okay. I know I still have a problem with a missing color here in one square. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 between the black and that. So that height is correct. And then this height, well, this should be, well, let's get this one back in. This is the top of the main steam pipe, and it's 2 away from 1, 2. Alright. Ugh, too far. Righto, back to the drawing board. Two, 3, and up 1. No, not up 1. That goes forward. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Forward 2. This is tricky, I'm telling you. And this is where I guess the beauty of diamond painting has been, that we can just whack the drills down and they go down so fast, and you've got all this beautiful progress that you can make. And yeah, I mean, we're talking 5 drills, they would have been down, you know, a breath away, and these 5 stitches are taking me it's ridiculous amount of time. It's like, yeah, perfectionism. I've got mistakes in here, I already know that. Somebody actually said that cross stitching, hang on, it was either in cross stitching or black work, you had to purposely put a mistake in, because when you did it, you left a part of your sole in the kit, and having the mistake meant that there was a place for the sole to be able to escape from. I thought that was a kind of cool idea. So apparently what they do, maybe it's crochet, but it was to do with the loops, and somebody said, oh, I will always put mistakes in my work. And that kind of thing. It was kind of cool. Alright, gotta use that. But I did like the sentiment. I'm going to just use the one. Alright. I did think about buying a cross-stitch magazine. I went to the newsagents and walked past the shelf and did kind of look at the cross-stitch magazines, but I don't know, is that something that is really of interest? I don't watch flip-throughs of magazines normally. Is that a thing? please answer in the comments. I honestly, I don't know if flip-throughs of monthly, quarterlies, or whatever they are, is something that's a done thing. But if you're interested, I would imagine all the cross-stitch magazines are sourceable worldwide. I don't think there's a particular Australian magazine or anything like that that I could get that I can show you something that's particularly different. On the subject, I suppose, of floss tubey stuff, I have got my stash video coming up. It should be programmed for the first weekend in June, and that is some vintage pieces. There's stuff, kits in there from the 90s and early 2000s, as well as a little impromptu announcement for something that I have bought for a 1,000 giveaway. When I get up to 1,000 subs, I will do a yarn giveaway. As you know, I do Knit Crate and Darn Good Yarn. So as part of that, Knit Crate really being the impetus for needing this tool, and I have a Nosta pinner to give away, which has been handcrafted in Tasmania by a local woodworker, and it's made out of local Tasmanian wood. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you watch my floss tube stash video, you will see it, and details of how that's going to work into a giveaway will follow. I have been overly ambitious with this piece of thread, and now I'm paying thread chicken. Apparently that's the thing. And losing. Alright, so this is the balance. So I will use that. Yeah, so I'm approaching 800 subs. I can't believe I'm actually nearly there. The thinking for me is at 1,000 I will do a thank you giveaway, or give or take a few subs. I don't know how that will change the map of what I do then. I hope it's not going to change it overly much. The big thing, I suppose, would be introducing the monetization and having ads on the videos, and for that I do apologize. I hopefully won't bombard you overly much with them, but I do also want the income, so yeah, what can I say? Sorry, but not really sorry. It's all going to benefit you, me, and everyone else in the end. So please support me, I guess. I would like not to bombard videos, certainly. I actually pay for premium, so I don't see any ads at all. So I don't know how bad they are. I know Stitcherista does quite a few ads in her videos, and, you know, each to their own, and each creator to their own. Alright, my husband and stepchild are home. I'm going to pause the tape for a bit, and we'll come back to see where we're up to. Alright, stand by. Hello again, sorry about that. Husband came home, needed to chat, and in the process I finished. I think I finished correctly. I hope I finished correctly. There's a train, there's a train. Alright, so I've got my train, I've got my owl. Now I need to sort out my floss to put into bags. Oh, I've just noticed I've missed a stitch. Hang on. Oh, it's that blasted colour again. Sorry. Probably need to have some more tea. 1, 3.
Was that a hint to you?
No, I just need to reach forward and get my mug. There is only 1 stitch. I only need a tiny, tiny bit. Oh my goodness. Alright. I thought this would probably be the case, to be honest. I'd go through it with you guys and find that there was something missing. Oh my god. And in the process, my computer died. And its little brains, I think, have gone and fallen over in a big heap of crying and wailing. And it flipped the camera from portrait to... Sorry, from landscape to portrait, and I can't seem to get it back. And it's just being a twit. Where is my tail? I can't see the tail. Oh my god. Nope. Okay, try again. So, the angle has changed for you. Hopefully you will still be able to see okay what I'm doing. A tail. Alright. And here we go with the final stitch. Now, apparently what I'm using is called the sewing method cross stitch, and I am stitching in hand. I found my arm was absolutely aching. Oh man. By the end of the day, with the Q-snap in my hand, I haven't got a holder for it. The only way I would want to stitch in frame is if I had my left hand on top and my right hand on the bottom, and I just don't think that's practical. I did look at the Elan lap stand, and I have asked questions of friends who have used it. Okay, that hole is meant to be there. I think I've got them all now. And they have basically said that the lap stand actually sits on top of your lap. Yeah, which isn't any good, because what I want is the stand to be weighted under my legs, and under the couch it's got too much give to hold it in place. The only other thing would be a floor stand. Oh, excuse me. The Octonauts have run out. I need to put some TV on for the kid. Down. No. I told you Octonauts are all gone. It'll have to be Bluey. No.
Bingo.
It's a bingo.
Yeah. Bingo. Go. And Carmen wants to take you out to play anyway, so she has to hurry up and play.
Well,
Oh!
she's asked that question, but
Okay. I didn't understand what that was, Sophie. Her speech is getting better.
What's that?
Where's what? What are you doing? What?
No.
Go and watch Bluey.
No.
Okay, bye. Bye. Either that or my ears are getting better, because she went, okay, thanks, sorry, or something when she dropped something this afternoon. It was like, oh, okay, right, I'm understanding, and she's using words, and it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Suddenly it seems to be falling into place. And they do say, when it gets to this point, it's like a word a day, and yeah, she started calling Flopsy by Flopsy's name, and it was like, where's Flopsy? It's like, oh my god! I have a child who talks. I was beginning to wonder. Right, so now what I need to do is stalk the Cunning Cross Stitch page. Let me position that so you can see it. It looks really, really good in the camera. The shine on the engine and the carriage, that's really cool. I don't know if I'm going to backstitch. I think I won't backstitching. we'll see. We'll see. I might backstitch some of these edgings, just to, and the wheels maybe to make the wheels kind of pop a bit. Camera. It's because I've had to move it. It's all gone a bit weird. That looks really cool. What do you think? It looks like a train. I did think about backstitching on the owl as well, giving it a bit more definition. Yeah, my stitching's average. I look at some people in the group and their stitching is just divine. But yeah, I don't, well, not that I don't aspire, but yeah, I'm not going to get there, I don't think. I'm not quite enough of a perfectionist to make it. So the next bit.
And you like to put yourself down.
Yeah. Oh, my husband says I like to put myself down too. Yeah. There's the castle, but that's not the castle I'm going to be doing. The castle I'm going to be doing is this one, which is more defined, kind of cathedral thingamajiggies. So I've got to work out all of my floss for this and take them all and put them into a bag, just like I've just done with the train. So I've got it all on hand, keep my working bag minimal. And I'll put the sheet to the front so I don't have any issues with that. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. That's done, which means the next bit that I do is going to be the stitch alone. Let me go show you. It's a little bit out of reach, but I will try not to bump you too much. I'll swing you. And bring you back. Alright. This is the stitch alone. And look, I have a face. It's very, very pale on this. There we go. Very, very pale on the fabric that I used. I actually got this for the stitch along last year, which had the Golden Girls in it. That was a kind of disaster, really. I'm not into the Golden Girls. I used to watch them, but no, it's just like, pass. So, this is House's face, and this is a variegated CGT, which is a Australian hand-dyed floss that I'm going to use, a variegated floss around the edges. That's going to end up with a second border this week, and there's a bump that goes around like a kind of doily around the outside. And the saying that was on this is bless this house or something. But the contrast that we're going to get when, let me try and get it out of the glare of the light. No. The contrast that we're going to get when it's done, this is in the grey tones. It's very, very pale at the moment, but the dark grey is there. Again, I've done floss bags. Here is my colour palette. Numbered those. So this is the dark, and yeah, it's going to go from the light to the darks. So yeah, that's where that one's at. That is a blend bag. Yeah, that's the kit, and then the pattern is in there, and oops, and then you've got your very own palette, which I must have the wrong way around because everything got put in front of it, and that's basically the blend guide. So we've got 6 colours in this kit. I've actually got 7 with the border. And then you've got all of the blends that Emma's designed and the weeks that we get to use them in. So this week it's one blend here. And 2 colours. Being the main, hang on a second, 415. Okay, so we're using 2 solid colors, and one of those solid colors is in a blend. Okay, and this transition through the face is going to be the subtlety that brings out the face fully. It's quite fascinating watching do the blends and seeing how they actually pan out. So yeah, stay tuned on House. And yeah, it does really look like them when you see the end. I actually don't know if I have the intended design. I might do. It might be on the front cover of this. Oh. Pieces of paper. No. Alright, this is the symbol that is on the t-shirt that I ordered though. A tattoo artist has designed that, and that's going to be on the t-shirt that I get. So yeah, that's cool. And oh yeah, I may use it to even... apparently somebody has cross-stitched a coronavirus virus, and there is a pattern available. So I may even do that. So that's going to be this evening's project. And I will get that finished. Yeah, and then I will do the smokestack, or the smoke, tomorrow being Tuesday, and that would mean hopefully just sorting out my colours for the smokestack, and being able to just hopefully do it. Hopefully I've got the colours for the smokestack. It's smoke billowing out of the train in this kind of region, so it kind of fills the page a bit. It really brings out the whole thing to life. And the other thing that I'm doing on this, they had the castle in this section here, and on this side they had a second owl. Over here I'm actually going to be doing the 9 3/4 train platform sign. So that's in a round circle with 9 3/4 in it, and it's a really old kind of metalwork kind of sign. So that pattern is also available in the group. I have some other changes in mind for the banner in chapter 1, which is the lion, but I am miles away from there just yet. So I'm just going to keep beetling on, keep looking at other kits for inspiration, and look at the other pictures on the group for inspiration, and see how that all pans out. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm up to, and yeah, I'll let you go. I will keep you posted at what I might do, because it's my week off. I might get 2 WiPnChats up this week. We'll see how we go, and yeah, I'll do a diamond painting with the other one. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you around in another video soon. Bye for now.